Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Rundown After Dark. This is the day-to-day pop culture, entertainment, and movie news rundown after dark. That's right. I'm your host, Chris Fagan. And today we're going to talk a little bit about Doja Cat. We're going to talk about the Haunted Mansion and what the hell is going on with the dude named Jason Aldean. All that tonight. Appreciate you guys joining us live. If you're going to be filling up the live chat, hurry up and do that. Get ready, get relaxed. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to this rundown beat. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you like that?
We're going.
All right.
We're going.
There you go. All right. Joining me, as always, is Joy Fagan. Hey, babe. How you doing?
Hello.
She wanted to confirm if she was on screen
like,
first
what?
before she says anything. She's like, screw that. I'm not falling for that again. And also with us today, Tabatha.
Hey.
Miss Les Business
That's
herself. Me. Yep. Also live on TikTok if you guys are checking her out.
Also live on
there
TikTok.
as well. Guys. Remember, guys, if you want to join us live here on the Rundown, you can do that multiple ways. You can do that right here on YouTube. We are also on all the social medias and stuff like that. But before I get into all that stuff, I want to remind you guys that we're going to talk about, like I said, the trending topics of today. We're going to talk some movie talk, some TV talk. I got another Reddit one. I don't know why I love them. I just love the drama. So we're going to talk about that as well. But guys, if you want to, you can also support the channel. Don't forget to support. See, you were asking were there going to be any issues? There you go. Okay, I fixed it. There we go. I realized that. I misspelled support? Nobody told me that support was misspelled.
I have yet to see this.
You can support the channel by.
You want to support the channel?
Yeah, if you want to support the damn channel, you can do so by following us on YouTube. We're on Facebook, Twitch, Insta, TikTok. We're also on Threads because I'm not going to say the other one because we're not on X.
Yeah,
fuck
for
that.
Sure.
You can support us on Patreon as well. But if you also want to get your voice heard, you can also leave a message at 281-406-1993. Taps, what's that number again?
That number is 281-406-1993.
And babe, if you want to have your people call, what can they call?
281-406.
Slower.
1993.
Oh yeah, that's the spot. That was the spot right there. I love that. You like that? You sickies? Yeah, you did. All right, and you also can support us by hitting us up on our podcast. You can listen to us if you can't catch us live during the show. So like I said, we have some topics. I guaranteed Tabatha that we were going to keep this a tight 60.
I was going to say 30 is not happening.
Not happening.
No, 60 minutes. That's what we're going for.
Tight 60. We're going to do a tight 60.
We'll see.
So, guys, let's run. I should do that. Let's run it down and have everybody cheering. Oh my God, Chris, I love you. Here's my panties. And throw it on the stage. There you go.
God.
There you go.
Yeah.
Babe, what's the first topic of the week?
From TikTok, Destiny Stark highlighted the intentional racial dog whistles in the song Try That in a Small Town by Jason Aldean. From where the video was shot at the Maury County Courthouse in Columbia, Tennessee, the same site where a terror lynching occurred, to the lyrics being perceived by most as a warning that this is the history and what they are capable of.
Yeah. Have y'all all watched her TikToks? Because I have. I've watched every single one.
I found it and then just went through them all.
So she was brilliant. She did a breakdown of the video because the backlash came from the video too because it sort of supported this idea of the racism. And he claimed that all of the footage that he used in his videos was of riots that happened here.
It's all news.
It's all news riots. And I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not current news.
It's not current, nor is it in our country.
Right.
And a lot of it was like you purchase these
She used some stock
stuff.
Photos, and they had
like not just stock photos, but stock video. Yes. Literally stock video of riot, like somebody making a Molotov cocktail.
Some of them just protests.
And some of them weren't even protests. Some of them were like, they were part of there was some market or something going on and it was just people there and they had the police there and it was in some other country. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Germany, Canada. I'm trying to think of
there was another one, but I can't remember fully. I'd have to watch her videos again. But I was like, how can someone claim this and then not expect someone to do the research on it? It's easy to find. Like, truly easy to find this information. She was like, here it is. All I had to do was Google this.
Usually it is. But people never want to take the time to actually.
But
look
with
stuff
as much controversy as he knew, he had to know
Yeah.
that this was going to cause and that people were going to do their research. This was stupid.
They
it was
even
stupid.
used her work on Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah, because it's so legitimate, the research that she did, and she verified down to like
Oh, yeah.
the background stuff.
She's
Like,
I'll put them side by side. You can see.
Yes.
It matches. There it is.
and it's just, and then how people can still claim that this wasn't a setup for a political stint to create controversy. I don't understand. I don't understand
the
that.
entire song takes place at night.
Yeah. Ah.
We have a sun setting at
Yeah.
the end.
That made no sense towards the video. Yeah,
Very end of the
she
video,
broke it
just
down.
The sun going down.
Yeah.
But no, we're not implying anything.
It's the worst. Like, it's stupid.
And then I even sent him another one. I guess I don't watch a lot of music videos anymore like I did in the
Yeah.
day. So apparently he also has a lyric only video. So it's not.
That video with
And she even broke that down because she's like, all of the video is newspaper clippings of just his lyrics.
yeah.
And she goes, that's pretty standard stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just his lyrics made to look like a newspaper. No big deal. Except for one part where they sing the chorus. It says, try that in a small town. And there's newspaper clippings behind it. That's a real newspaper. And she found it, word for word, from like I sent it to Chris. I can't remember, 1950 something, 1960.
Mhm.
That was an article where a man had written about a bunch of racial
Stuff. Yeah.
stuff.
Like, why deny it at
And
this
it's like-
point?
she was like, why, if you had no intentions of anything bad, why not just continue to keep putting just your lyrics as
Yeah.
newspapers through the whole video? What was the point in that spot using a real article about
Correct.
something that
Correct.
was why would you, why?
It's so stupid to think that, for anybody to think that this isn't a racially driven song. It's just stupid. If you're going to create that argument, you're stupid. That's what I'm going with. And it's absolutely asinine for you to think that other people are going to really believe this lie. The people that are critical thinkers are not going to believe this lie. The people who are sheep are going to, maybe. If they're a sheep on your side of this racism doesn't exist, racism isn't a thing argument, yeah,
And
you'll
there's
get those
a lot of people who are like, well, he didn't write the song.
But
and
he sang it.
And he didn't make his video. And others are like, first of all, I know he didn't write the song. However, I've watched many a behind the scenes, like the VH1, where singers talk about how much work they put into with their producers, choreographers, all of those, in making a video. Step by step, they're like, no, I don't want to do that. I do want to do this.
Correct.
That's good. That's this. So do not tell me that you had no control.
Correct. Is
and
that
they
what he's
just said-
literally trying to claim?
Yes.
He's trying to claim he had no control over him putting out this song, because that's not true. You can have suggestions from your record label and you can have things that they push for, but if you politically, or if you even say religiously, or if you even say that I don't morally agree with this is not
Well,
okay.
And he also stated, I don't understand what the problem is. I put the song back out. I put this song out in May. It's been out since May.
I hadn't heard it
And
until
no one's
recently.
cared until today. I don't understand what
Well,
the problem
that
is.
just tells you how popular you are. You're so unpopular that it took a couple of months for us to catch your
Well, I'm gonna be
your
frank.
dog whistle. 'Cause
I
nobody
did-
was really listening.
I don't listen to country, so I didn't know who he even was.
I've heard his name, but
Like,
I don't follow him.
outside of
But
this.
even this lady, Destiny Stark, was like, because she was getting back, she was like, and before you say that I just am a hater, no, I was a huge fan of his. All of his concerts, all of his stuff, huge fan.
Yeah.
Until I guess a few years ago, she first started seeing
Make sure it's in the mic, babe.
his pattern.
Oh, like he was creating this
Yes.
pattern of this
And
stuff.
was like, nope, not
Yeah.
a fan anymore. So she goes, so don't tell me that, because I was
A fan.
a huge fan.
So she actually has the background of knowing what his music was before it made this transition.
Right.
Then she actually has the fandom to even go where she may have been able to excuse behaviors and actions and behaviors because she had a fandom attached to it. So I could even see where that would have benefited her in not even making an aggressive argument towards this. But obviously, to me, this is so obvious what this song is.
And it's like,
for me.
You said to me. Well, you
People
said
are
to
like-
me.
I
so.
said to me, but
dude,
for
and
me.
they're like, dude, you're not even from a small town.
Yeah, that was the other thing I
Macon,
heard.
Georgia is not
yeah.
a small town. Like,
Yeah.
That's not small.
Yeah.
Not even
And then-
remotely small.
And then, like I told y'all earlier, one of the things that I even made I have not posted anything or talked about this guy on any of my personal socials or anything to do with my personal life. What I did post was, and I'm still not going to say his name right, Tyler Childers.
I'm assuming it's Childers, but I'm not sure.
Childers. Anyways, he posted a sort of a counter to this negativity of love and light in a song, and also in support of the LGBTQ community, but just about how love can exist in different storylines, and a story that it just shows love when in the country music industry where somebody's just perpetuating hate. That's what we need more of. That's what we need to make a voice for. That's what we need to push out into the world.
I see most of them, it's all over my page because I am from an extremely tiny town.
Oh, I'm sure. It's
With we don't have lights. We have stop sign with
Yeah.
a blinking light. It's like 600 people. And so we're kind of back to that same spot where people go, oh, well, I know no black people I know ever have had anything bad happen to them. Okay, but that doesn't mean that all,
I hate that argument so much.
So they're going, well, I'm from a small town and our small town was fabulous. So he's singing about great things.
For you, it was fabulous.
Right, you're like, but you're saying that every town is that way.
It could have still been in this small town.
That's the
You're also
equivalent.
assuming that everything in our town was great for everyone. And
Yeah,
No, you don't
exactly.
know that.
And you know what that's the equivalent of? Take the clock back. I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Let's take the clock back to 1955. Things were great in my town for me and my family. Everything was all perfect. I mean, yeah, and literally probably giving that interview while there's a dude swinging from the tree.
I know.
While he's saying it. Everybody, I've never had any problems here.
They're
You know?
forgetting, as a small town, we played other small towns.
Well,
And our small town we didn't have a lot of diversity. It's white and black. And when we would go play other small towns, a lot of theirs didn't have black
Correct.
students. And we faced a lot of issues. So they feel very proud in saying, we took care of, we didn't have, what are you talking about, small town? And it's like, right there in your
Yeah.
face is small towns that treat people very poorly, black people very poorly.
Correct.
That you would not want to be in there after dark. You're just, you're forgetting we're not everywhere.
And they also are forgetting the very real thing that exists, microaggression. Micro-racism and microaggression is a real thing. Just because you don't see it or experience it, the person who is experiencing it is real. Like the stares, the looks, the walkaways. These are micro-racisms. When you remove yourself because you're uncomfortable with a black person, or when you see someone double take at you because now there's a black person in the area and they're like, what are you doing? That is microaggression, and it happens in these small little situations. Consistently.
I'm white, and I can for a fact tell you, I got it because, well, back in the day, we're going together. Nobody was going anywhere, but that's what you call it here. We're going together. I had black boyfriends, so all of these little parents had a lot of nice little names for me. So I can 100% tell you, you can think all you want to think that our town was so fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not even the one, like, I'm white, so I can't imagine what
Everyone
others
else is
were
receiving,
going through.
yeah.
So don't tell me that
it
it was
didn't
so
exist.
rosy and nothing ever happened there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. You may not have known about it, but yeah, it did.
You didn't know about it because it wasn't affecting you, and you were typically the person causing it, and you're not even recognizing how you're doing it. Hell, there are things that we're taught that we don't even realize is a racist act, just as a white person, that we're just taught in our society, in our the way that we're brought up, just because of how it's taught to them, that we still have to combat. As somebody who I feel I'm not as a whole racist, but I'm sure I do things that could possibly be considered racist to someone else that I still need to work on,
I mean,
that
I
I
think we
still
all
have to
do.
fight, and I have to be critical of myself for that, and I have to recognize that and be mindful. And that's still something that I actively need to try to do. And the fact that people don't even want to recognize that because they don't want to be considered racist. We are all racist on a scale.
There's also a lot of people in the, keyboard warriors who are like, I don't see this song is great to me, and I don't know why anybody cares because all rap music is just kill, shoot, drugs, die. So you don't have a problem with that being out there.
Well, because there's a difference between what rap music was doing back in when it was first created, when it was reporting what was going on in the streets that the news would never ever cover. In comparison to don't try this in a small town where you deliberately film. Rappers like NWA where they would film in certain locations or show certain images with F the police and things like that. I'm sorry, this is the Rundown After Dark. I'm sorry, fuck the police. Where they were reporting about what was going on in to them that nobody really believed. I mean, Dave Chappelle even said it, had a perfect sketch for it when they did the wife swap thing, and then both the spouses kind of got a taste of what goes on in each house. Like, there was a scene where the white man was reading when he was with the black family, saw the Ebony magazine or the Jet magazine and read one of the articles, and he was like, he was shocked. Oh my God, racial profiling. What is this? Oh my God. And then on the black side, on the white family's house, the black guy was all like, who the fuck is Renee Zellweger? So I mean, people, it always baffles me how there's always two arguments from the same people. Because it's always, when a cop does something, one bad apple is going to spoil the whole bunch. You're always talking about a damn bad apple. But then at the same time, that same person will blindly defend to the death a dude like Jason Aldean. Whatever happened to the bad apple? The person has to be undeniably racist for people to throw that damn bad apple away. Just call him a bad apple.
Instead of just saying, yeah, I agree. Okay, I didn't see it that way. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. It's always, yeah, but they did.
I know.
But he did.
It's the point the finger. Yeah. It's like, the point.
What does that fix by just going, they did it, or he did it, or they're...
Being mindful of oneself seems to be an incapability of the masses. They cannot sit there and go, here's this finger that I'm pointing at everyone else. Let me see what I can point at myself and work on myself with. Yeah. It seems to be this characteristic that people are lacking these days. Exactly. And one of the comparisons they did of songs was WAP.
You don't have to lean. You can just look right in the camera.
I was trying to tell you was WAP.
I'm here.
They used WAP. I go, really? You're going to use a female-driven, finally owning her sexuality and putting it out there and not being ashamed of it as the comparison of somebody basically saying racism is okay in a small town.
It's like there are tons of songs in all genres that, I mean, even country music that's about
like a virgin,
a woman, and doing that may not be the best topics. You don't want your kid listening to.
She broke my heart, so I broke her jaw.
But because they needed to pick not only a rap song, but a black female successful rapper. And a song that was mainstream popular is what they did. They're going to take that fruit that's hanging there, that fruit that was successful, and they're going to try to bring that down and bruise it with this comparison is just stupid.
They also want to act like Cardi B invented, we just started having these problems and corrupting our youth as if Trina didn't exist back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, for real.
Hater! Trying to throw Trina. Don't be over there trying to throw Trina under the bus. What about little Kim? Okay.
Look, I will even Peaches.
I grew up on some 2 Live Crew back in the day.
Okay, let's talk about a white woman. Peaches, fuck the pain away. Hell yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was this album?
It's great. It's a great song. It's one of my favorites. Peaches, fuck the pain away. Literally, white female talking about very explicit things, but you don't see them making that. Hell, if you're going to attack a female and you're going to utilize...
It's the Elvis effect.
Yeah. If you're going to attack a female and you're going to use a grotesque aspect of music, go there. How about apply grotesque male, white... You turned off my thing, which is over there.
Oh, my bad.
So I can't reach it. It's over here. It's this cord right here, guys.
There you go.
Where did it go?
It's like underneath. Right there where your hand is. Right. right here.
Is there a button?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We got it fixed. But if you're going to attack and create comparison, find a white man. There's plenty of them who made grotesque songs that were mainstream. Why can't you do that as a comparison? Hey, we allowed this in the mainstream. Why can't we allow this over here? But they won't do that.
That it caused its hubbub back in the day when it happened, but it still was on mainstream radio. You know, we had George Michael's "I Want Your Sex." You know, people went nuts about that.
And he was a gay man. Throw that in there.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole
Anywho,
I'm
already tired of
row
talking
of
about
things
it.
that we could talk about on this. So all the controversy that Mr. what's his name Aldean had was covered on, like, what was the young lady from TikTok?
Destiny
and I feel
Stark.
like, and I believe there was an article from Rolling Stones that also discussed. They ran down his whole controversy timeline. So here's when I was talking earlier about how, like I said, they always say stuff like, well, you know, one bad apple shouldn't. Well, he's the bad apple. Okay. Well,
Let's remove
throw
him.
him. Then
Let's throw this ass away. Yeah.
People always get tribal and they try to circle wagons around. I'm like, stop giving me that bad apple bullshit, because when people can get away with it, they'll try to protect and try to act like it's not a big deal. But shit has to be 100%. He would have to, with the KKK group behind him and a burning cross behind him, have to say the N-word 9,078 times before you go, okay, maybe that was a little racist.
We also watched that was on TikTok too, the skit with Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's playing his songs and he's like, dude, that's racist.
Yeah.
What are you talking
We talking about? I'm black. Oh, yeah. Don't get me started on the Candace Owens effect, where it's like you can have a million people in the community that it affects saying one thing, but all you need to counter it is just one. Grifter, by the way. I'm not going to call her. I'm going to say she's she's a grifter. You're being grifted, but it doesn't matter to you because it gives that cover of the narrative that you want. Yeah. All you need is that one Negro that says the opposite of what everybody else is saying, and then you're like, see,
here's this one person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, but forget what 1 million black people hate it, but I got Candace on. Yeah. So the Rolling Stones, they did a breakdown of their.
Reading this makes me angry, by the way.
Of their of Mr. Aldean's little history here, babe. What was the first one?
2015. He says he can't tell female singers apart. He ventured to theorize that they all women sound the same.
Yeah, you saw my female country singers specifically. On October 2015, Aldean also. He wears blackface to a Halloween party, but hey, it's cool because he was doing Lil Wayne.
Which is a real fucking person. It's not a character.
Yeah,
you can't even argue that. Like, you've got zero argument.
I wouldn't care if he wore the chain and the clothes that Lil Wayne wears. Well, why do you have to go all the way to the makeup? Right, but also, what was the next one?
He wears
2015 to 2019
Confederate flag shirt on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty typical.
And more recent, October 2020, Aldean poses maskless at Disney World during the COVID restriction.
Of course he did, because he's an asshole.
And then a year ago, September, a PR company cuts ties with Aldean over his wife's transphobic social media post saying, "I'd really like to thank my parents for not changing my gender when I went through my tomboy phase."
I really hate this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it makes me angry. You're talking to a tomboy. You're talking to someone who literally went through that stage. And it wasn't for me about my gender at that point. It was about what I wanted to do and what was acceptable for girls and what wasn't acceptable for girls, because I enjoyed the things that were acceptable for boys, but not for me. And I'm older. I'm 39.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't mean to make light, but I had to catch that. And now she literally lives that. She enjoys the things that are acceptable for boys. Straight les business, baby.
Oh, yeah, woo! It'd be true. No lies.
I'm sorry, I couldn't let that one go.
Hey, I've known since middle school, so 7th grade, gotcha.
I want to be where the gentlemen are.
Exactly. And Little Mermaid was my favorite movie, so that tells you something.
Oh, God.
But like, I was literally I raced dirt bikes. I played every sport. I played baseball, not softball, because I
Well,
hated
there's
softball.
a problem with that. The idea that that's only a
For
boys'
thing.
activity.
So this concept of, oh, I'm so glad they didn't change my gender because I was a tomboy. Look, I get what you're trying to say. Like, you're trying to say, hey, I did all these things that boys enjoyed, but I didn't want to be a boy. And that does exist. I am that person. I wanted to be in the Boy Scouts because I didn't want to fucking glue macaroni onto a can in Girl Scouts. I wanted to fucking go rock climbing and canoeing and wanted to do all the fun things that I couldn't do in Girl Scouts. And there are people and children out there who do not feel like they are the gender that they are, and they deserve because they're children. They deserve to be heard. They deserve to be acknowledged, and they deserve to get the care that they need. And for anybody to deny that to a child who truly feels, I never questioned my gender. I questioned activities. Those are not the same goddamn thing.
People have lost the ability to say, I don't agree with the way you live, but I respect you as a person, and
Yes.
you do your thing, and I don't
That
care.
you-
Like,
that-
you
that
live
used-
your life
yeah,
and do your thing.
that
and I'm
used to
fine
that
with
used
it.
to be a saying. Like,
But but they can't be that way anymore. They
No.
feel like
That-
they
yeah.
need to have a say so in all of
that,
it.
that
I
used to be
know.
a saying in politics. Though I don't agree with your political stance, I will defend to the death your right to say it.
But
That used to be a
where their argument comes into play, which I feel like is a contradiction or a hypocrisy, is they claim that when a parent has created a safe space for their child and they've both discussed this opportunity for them to explore what their gender could be through medical aspects, through therapy, through whatever it may be that they're doing in the transgendered environment, and those people that have their best interests, their parent and the child and their doctors, and then you've got people who disagree with your lifestyle coming in going, no, you don't get to make those decisions for that person, who have nothing to do with their fucking
They
life.
feel like they know how that works. Like, it's a very
But yet they have they're not a doctor,
like,
they're
feel
not
like
anything.
They feel like, oh, it's like going to Walmart and you just take it off a shelf and go check it out and we're done. Like, that's how it works.
That's not how it
and
works.
they don't understand that, honey, none of this is taken lightly.
No.
gotta-
No parent is going into this going,
Like,
I hope my child struggles with their gender.
like the amount
We gotta
of
wrap it up. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
therapy and the stuff that has to be involved, and it's a very long process.
I agree.
So no one's taking it lightly, but people imagine in their minds that's what they've already decided.
Makes no
that
sense.
it's just like selecting it off a shelf and going, okay, thank you. Like
I know.
that's how that works.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Because people are idiots.
oh, and before I move on to the next topic, you also before we went live, you said that because I said this was all by design. He's not stupid. He knows what he was doing, and the fact that when people complained and told him specifically with receipts the history of the building that he shot in front of and whatnot, even if you do give him the benefit of doubt of not knowing, you were told after the fact and then you acted like it didn't matter or it didn't happen. Look, I mean, it is what it is. But you said before we went live, you said this boosted his.
I was like, yeah, he didn't care because he's number one.
Yeah.
So he's just like, sweet, y'all keep arguing about it
My
and
song will
watching
be
my
number one.
song and streaming it because
This is why I'm done talking.
talking.
This is why I don't want to talk about it
Exactly.
anymore. Tyler,
Which is why
I'm out there for your video, man.
I watched it and liked it, and
Yeah, I'm out there for
well, no, not
your
Jason
video,
Aldean,
Tyler. That Tyler video. It's like a love song or something. Love song. I think it's what's called.
I didn't feel
A
like
plus.
crying this afternoon. I had
But
a
yeah,
rough day
it's a
anyways,
tearjerker.
But it was,
It's definitely
beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely a tearjerker.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, guys, with that all out of the way, let us know what you guys think in the comments below, and if I guess we can circle back around during the We Got Your Mail. I know we went long on that one. So I promised a tight hour.
Next artist.
Next artist. Wait, what we got? What's the next topic?
From TikTok, a commenter pointed out to Chris that if he wasn't going to do his research on Doja Cat, then why talk about it? His response was, I'm not that invested. But Chris accepted the challenge, and it turns out that after Doja Cat lashed out at her fans for trying to start a kittens movement, not unlike the Swifties and the Beehive, Doja immediately shut it down, telling her fans, get a job. Here's the twist. According to Billboard.com, it was Doja who selected the kittens name for her fandom in a 2020 Twitter poll. Last night, The Zactivist on Twitter points out that Doja Cat is over again and has been attempted to be over before multiple times.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was told. And I'm not going to give you a shout out because I don't like it when people try to talk to me like that on my own platform. It's my platform. I can say what I want. And he goes, why don't you do your research? I hate to do your research, people. But, okay, I'll give you this. Okay, you were right. I didn't. And the reason why I said I'm not invested that much in Doja Cat, I meant that because I'm not a celebrity worshiper. I don't care. If she gets herself canceled, that's on her. If she's the most famous person in the world, that's on her. Now, actually, that's on you, the consumer, for giving her that platform. I don't care about celebrities that much. I might cover them on my show. I might talk about them, but it doesn't mean that I'm invested in their lives to the point where it's like, I'm a part of the Hive, and I'm a part of the Kittens, and I'm a part of the Swiftie. I don't know. I'm not a religious person, but I'm not an idolater. I don't care. They're people, all of them. A lot of them, and we were talking before the show started. We were talking about the difference between being pretty and knowing you're pretty. I have a different. Like a lot of celebrities, they know they celebrities. Okay, there's a difference on how they present themselves. But there's celebrities that are very humble. Like I feel like Tom Hanks might be a guy that's humble and might know. He knows he's rich, but he doesn't act like he's.
But he's
rich.
also not conventionally handsome. Try again on that comparison. That's not the best comparison. And maybe try a female. Try a female comparison.
A female artist or a celebrity that doesn't act like they. You know who I would give that.
I can name one off like 5 off the top of my head. There's Julia Roberts. There's Scarlett Johansson.
I was about to say Scarlett Johansson might be on that list.
What's her name? Natalie Portman.
They are famous, but they don't act like they know they're famous.
Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner is a very good one.
These are people who know that they're attractive. They know that they have a pull. Reese Witherspoon is another one but they don't use it as an entitlement.
Right.
What we're talking about is women who use their attractiveness as an entitlement to be mean unnecessarily. Mm-hmm. And it's an unfortunate characteristic of some people who have had that attractive quality most of their lives.
Right. You know the ones. Officer, do you really have to give me that ticket?
Hey, look, I'm a girl who has tried to cry out of a ticket or two. I'm going to use that to my benefit as I can because,
the difference between,
a girl needs to speed. Mm-hmm. A girl needs to speed.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But
all right, privilege.
Hey, look, it's a privilege that sometimes
I always look like I'm about to pee my pants.
Well, you know what I will have said? You know what I did say one time and it worked? I was about to shit my pants.
I
made him very uncomfortable. I was like, dude, I got diarrhea. I needs to go.
Okay, Doja Cat?
I'm truly terrified, as if I'm hiding stuff in the car. I'm just like...
You're like, what did I do wrong?
Freaking out like something terrible.
Okay, so after the shit the pants comment, we're going to get back on Doja Cat. Okay, so I did my research, buddy, and I did learn that... So, because I defended it. I'm like, okay, Doja Cat told y'all straight up, like, y'all trying to make a new Beehive or a new Swifties movement with her fandom trying to make her, they call themselves the Kittens,
whatever,
and whatnot. They were she said, like, look, you need to get a job, get out of your mom and dad's basement, and stop whatever. And I defended her, saying, okay, well maybe she doesn't want to be a part of that. I have an army, shit. And I can respect that. But then after I was told to do my research, it turns out that Doja Cat herself, let me go full mass, and this activist pointed this out on social media. Doja Cat herself was the one who came up with the whole. She had a Twitter poll where she asked her fandom what they call themselves, and Kittens was one of them. So she was the one who came up with and endorsed the whole Kittens movement or Kittens fandom thing back in 2020. So for her, sir, you were right. The guy that was in my comments telling me that I need to do my research, you were right. It does not make sense for her to lash out at her fans for trying to start this. We're your kittens. We support you like the Swifties support Taylor. We're your kittens. And then she was like, fuck you, get a job. Stop acting like a little nerd. You came up with this. So yeah, it's weird, Doja. What the hell are you acting weird for?
But here's my thing. Do what she asks. Why are we talking about it? If she doesn't want to be talked about and she doesn't want to be a fan, if she doesn't want to have fans, if she doesn't want to have fandom, and she doesn't want people to worship her or be a part of this, do what she asks. Don't go to her shows. Don't buy her songs. Don't listen to her shit. I don't even know why we're still talking about it.
I said the same.
Give it to her.
And I said that, and my response on that, and I said that on TikTok, I said, that's capitalism.
Just give it to her.
Just don't. When she's lost fans, she's lost support, she's lost this and all
guess
that.
what? That's her own actions and consequences to her own actions.
That's how it works. But the activist there, he brought up something very interesting. He says this is like the umpteenth time of the attempt to cancel Doja Cat. That was his main thing on that TikTok post that he did. Oh, y'all gonna not in the support of her, just saying almost like this isn't the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time that Doja Cat has done something that other people would have gotten canceled for.
But we're still contributing to her fandom right now, talking about it.
Yeah, because my wife Joy right here on the screen looking at the notes was she brought up a point. Even Joy brought it to my attention the other day. It was like Doja Cat is known for talking shit like this on. And the difference is, you guys in her fandom, y'all want to be kittens, didn't think that she would steer that acid tongue towards you guys. And the second she did, she showed you who she was. You thought it was fun and funny when she would say all that crazy shit to other people.
She is literally Regina telling the other character stop trying to make fetch a thing. Like, she's being an asshole. Yeah. She's a complete asshole.
The only part that I find weird is that, girl, you were the one who came up with this kittens thing, and now that they're doing it, and now you're biting. Like they're like, okay, yeah, you want us to be called kittens? Your Doja Cat army? Okay, we're the kittens. And the second they accept it, she goes, that's stupid. Like, bitch, it was your idea. Like,
I mean,
what's up with the mixed signals?
It also kind of sounds like it might be her reaction to people telling her about her personal life. Like, if you're in a situation where you're in a relationship with someone and you've got all these people who are not in your relationship telling you what to do with your relationship, it feels like an attack back. Like,
I agree.
It's unsolicited advice. She didn't want the advice, and she's slapping the hand of the advice that's being sent to her. It's a normal response to that. And you know what? Just do what she asks. Leave her the fuck alone.
Okay, exactly. Now you know where her stance is. Then tell her, okay, from this day forward, this is the relationship between us and the fans. And if that means less album sales, that means then that's so. And so be it. And then she learns that lesson, and she probably will backpedal. But what you said is true. This stems from, and I'll bring the go full mass again. This stems from what was going on probably recently in her relationship, and I'll talk about here's what this activist brought up. This activist says social media doesn't have a memory in 2023, but he does, and here it is. Doja Cat made the song. Did do nothing. There we go. I was trying to remember how that goes. Did do nothing right after the murder of Sandra Bland. A song used to mock black people for police brutality, according to Soul Kings Live on Twitter. Another thing that she's done, she called Tyler, the Creator, the F slur, not the F word, not the F-U-C-K, the other F slur, on Twitter in 2015. Here's another thing that Doja Cat did in 2020. It was leaked that Doja Cat was playing games with vile deplorables, allegedly stripping for white supremacists and using racial slurs for people who were demeaning people based on their skin colors. See, Doja Cat has, according to that timeline, allegedly has a history of being vile and being weird and being mean and being this and being that. She
attention-seeking actions.
She showed you who she is, but yet once again, there's been many attempts to cancel her, but I honestly think this one's gonna stick a little more because, like I said earlier, it was fun when she was doing all that weird stuff or mean stuff to other people, but now she did it to her fandom. Imagine if Taylor Swift tells the Swifties to go fuck themselves.
I don't care about Taylor Swift.
What would happen if Taylor Swift told her Swifties to go fuck themselves? what would
Probably
happen?
they would all die because they worship her. I don't know.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah,
Taylor,
like-
no. Taylor, yes.
She doesn't love us.
I know, like they would all weep in their room silently. I don't know. It's all stupid. The only person that I register to like fangirling over is Keanu Reeves. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's
And
the only person.
imagine if Keanu Reeves told you to go fuck yourself.
I would have been like, yes, sir. Okay, I'll go fuck myself. I'll be right back.
Do you want to watch?
Like, yes, sir.
That's Tabitha. She'd find a way to make that into a positive thing.
That's how I roll.
Yeah. Wow. Vibrate or no vibrate? Anywho.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Guys, let us know what you guys think about this whole thing. I mean, if Doja Cat, like I said, maybe this is a fuck around and find out thing. Maybe Doja Cat will backpedal
We'll
and
see.
whatnot. But what was brought up earlier was one of the things that the activists brought up on TikTok was this might be stemming from when her fans was trying to warn her about the person that she's currently dating now. Did I
just said that.
Yeah. That's why you reminded me. The person that she's currently dating now, her fans were trying to warn him that he's a cheater, that he's not a good person, and she probably maybe she just got defensive. She was like, at first maybe, I love my kittens, but when they started giving her advice
Shit
on the
about
person
it,
that
of
she's
course.
I mean,
then
that's real typical of
Anybody who's in
dating someone
yeah.
that's trash. You never believe.
No.
You're always
Yeah.
like, no, y'all are liars. You just want my man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Whoever Jay Cyrus is, I don't know who he
I don't
is.
know.
So
right, exactly.
let's move on from it because
not
we gotta
worth
get to
it.
the next.
That's right.
Yeah.
We gotta get to the
Before, well, you know what? But before we go to the next topic, I forgot to bring this up at the top of the show. I want to do a quick thing. If you want to, you got the box next to you.
Yeah, do
You
the
got.
box.
I forgot about this.
Hey!
So we're gonna do
I
a
got
real
a
quick
box.
unboxing, and it's gonna help me out too.
I don't have a knife or
You got your
anything.
keys.
Oh my god.
So right now we're gonna do an unboxing, and before I know you already know what it is.
I know,
but
but
don't reveal it until you unbox
I'm
it.
really excited to see it in person though,
All right,
because
the floor is yours. And
Okay,
now
okay.
Do your unboxing.
I'm
reaction.
doing the unboxing.
UPS made me sign for that thing.
Damn. Okay.
I was like, is it gold? What is it?
It is gold. It's gold, as they would say in Austin Powers. Gold member. All right, we got one bubble wrap and we got two bubble wrap. They are the same thing, but we got two of them. I'm so excited about this, guys. All right, here we go. Oh. Do you see what it is? Hey, I'm so excited. Look. Oh, that's so perfect. The crow. You can't. He hasn't moved the the movie posters because normally he puts the crow behind me because I love the crow.
I can
It's
still
my
see
favorite.
it though.
Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's like right there. Boop. There it is. But yeah, so we got bobbleheads for me. For me. But yes, so we have two of them. One of them is going to be for here to stay in the visible area behind me. And I think we might do something special with the second one. We haven't fully decided yet. Or we've put things back and forth, but I don't think we've come up with a final idea of what we're doing. But I'm so excited. He's so cute. Look at him. Yeah.
You got on display?
Yeah, I'm going to put one behind. I was mentioning that we had talked about doing something special with the second one, but that we haven't decided on it yet. But he's going to go right there. Look at him. He's so handsome.
Can't rain all the time. Right?
You can't. He's so handsome.
Oh, I forgot to switch the.
I know,
the
we've
posters.
talked about that
Oh,
too.
well, they can see it. They can see.
I
the
know, we
crow
pointed.
poster.
It's
Yeah.
right there.
There you go.
Yeah, we pointed to it. But yeah, because I'm obsessed with the crow. I love the crow.
So what should we do with the extra one?
Well, we talked about maybe doing a giveaway. Like if we had some like crow like trivia, you know,
Okay,
maybe
Well,
coming up.
Eric
We'll have to
Draven with.
plan something.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
planned something. So we'll have something coming up. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I was super excited about
Eric
that.
Draven on his tombstone. Pop. There you go.
It's a really cute bobble, no lie.
Yeah.
Really cute.
When I
Love
saw that, I was like, yeah, Tabs would like this.
I love it actually. Love it.
All right, there we go.
Love it. And so yeah. All right, we got to get to the next topic though. We're running out of time.
All right, babe. What is the next topic of the day?
Don't me. Don't ... me.
Oh yeah.
Add
Earlier.
stuff to your board.
Oh yeah. We came up with something called, what I say when we were talking about Chris Pratt, and we said and I said don't Pratt me. There was a funny thing that we came up with. I said don't Pratt me, and that the definition, and I'm going to make that an official thing. So now I have the
Don't Pratt Me?
The don't blank me board.
Yeah, don't Pratt Me.
Don't Pratt, and to Pratt Me, to be asked a question and then immediately attacked if you dare to give a response. Because remember, it was Brie Larson who was at a convention and she was asked about Chris Pratt. And she knew instantly whatever answer she would give in the moment, it was gonna be controversial. So she answered it professionally and got out of the situation. And I was like, don't try to Pratt me, bro. So that's the difference of that. And we talked a little bit last week about the situation with what's her name, Russell. What's her face? Russell. Carly Russell, is that her name? Carly Russell, the young lady who was missing allegedly.
Yeah. Don't Russell me.
So I came up with a new one. Don't Russell me. And because it turns out that she admitted to being a dirty liar. And
I probably won't be using this one. It's not because I think that she might have some mental
illnesses. And we said that. I agree, but it's like to admit to lying about something to get attention from one's person, but then getting more attention than intended. And being forced to come clean because being forced to become clean because of the pressure. I'm only going to use it. Don't Russell me because it happens a lot. And this is the most recent one. Maybe in the future I'll because that situation does happen.
It does happen. In her situation, I really feel like she has some mental illnesses that she needs to address. And really, I hope that this whole situation brings about help for her. I really do.
Yeah. You know what else I thought about during the second segment? I thought about adding "Don't Doja me." When you want to be my fan and worship me and fan, and then I cut you off at the ankles and be like, "Fuck you!" Like don't Doja me.
I'm more likely to use "Don't Doja me" over "Don't Russell me."
Should I add? What do you think, babe? Should I add that to the board?
Don't Doja me.
Don't Doja me with that bullshit. I'm like, oh my God, Chris, I love your chant. I love the rundown. I'm like, oh, hey, don't Doja me.
See, that one I can roll with.
You can roll with that one. You're down with that?
Yeah, all right. I can do that one.
Guys, if you have any more suggestions of what we should add to the don't blank me board, send it to me, and maybe we'll add it on another segment. But yeah, moving on. What we got next? We're gonna move to entertainment, movie reviews and TV talk. Let's go before. Oh, real quick, while we're talking about TV talk.
Oh yeah.
Before I do the ThrowBack Thursday, there was you just finished watching The Witcher, right?
So I just finished the second half of the new season 3 of The Witcher, and it was phenomenal. I binged it all today. Mm-hmm. I had watched the first half of The Witcher when it first came out for season 3, and was like eagerly waiting until the 27th hit so that I could watch the second half. It ended on a cliffhanger, which sucks and is expected. But it was really good. It really pushed the storyline. I really enjoyed where they took it and where it's continuing to go. Still a little sad about not getting my Henry Cavill.
The Cavill daddy?
Yeah, after this season, which sucks. Because they really seem to open up a vulnerability for him, which I really, really would have loved to see him play because he played that stoic character so well. And so getting to see him do that vulnerable side where he's really coming into the feelings of his character and like the choices of having a responsibility and having something to live for and die for versus just the concept of doing a task for the betterment of the whole where it's a personal goal for him. Like he never kind of understood picking a side, and now he has a side to pick. And so I really loved where they were taking that part of everything. And so I just really enjoyed it. But I love The Witcher. That's my kind of jam of a show. And the character development in it and sort of the shocker. Yes, for me. The shocker of everything is really good. And they do a lot with because it's a big cast.
Well, what is your rating? What's your for me rating?
Oh, that's an A++. Like top.
Season 3 is that what
I think season 3 is like an A++. The development of the story and where it's progressing is phenomenal, and the development of even the extended cast is phenomenal. The way that they've created the storylines for each individual and really created a complex character dynamic and storyline, amazing. Loved it. 100% behind it.
Okay.
Really into it. Love it. I'm already can't wait for the next season, even though I'm not going to have Henry.
A little less Henry, a little more Hemsworth, baby. Little Hemsworth there,
I'm
baby.
not a Hemsworth fan, but whatever.
I can buy myself flowers, and you can be the Witcher. Okay. All right. Yeah. If you like it, I love it. Good luck out there, Henry, because Tabatha right here is gonna punch you in the face.
I will. No, I don't punch faces. I punch throats.
Oh, I thought you were about to say dicks.
I mean, that depends. That depends on the level. But I'm a throat puncher through and through.
Throat dick puncher. There you go. All right. Okay. So, and that was a little TV talk, and we're going to talk a little bit more about another TV show, Ted Lasso, a little bit. But before we do that, I want to remind you guys that it's Throwback Thursday.
Yeah.
And for Throwback Thursday, we have turning 10 years old today is the Wolverine, the second solo Wolverine movie.
That was a good movie.
It was pretty good. I liked it. Also, turning 10 is the To-Do List. Have you ever seen the To-Do List?
I have no memory of this movie.
Never heard.
Aubrey Plaza.
I love Audrey Plaza, but I have zero memory of this
This movie was funny as hell and awesome. I mean, one of the I think she was an awkward teenager. Maybe
She's
a
awkward
version,
and adult,
version and everything and whatnot. And she creates this to-do list of the things that she wanted to do. I forgot what to do before a certain thing. Maybe I don't know if it was going to college or moving out. I forgot what the deadline was for. But there was a bunch of freaky stuff on that to-do list, and like the thing was to check all the boxes. It was some kinky stuff that I'm not mad at for Audrey Plaza. Baby, have you ever seen the to-do list?
No.
You ever saw it? Oh,
Nope.
man. That was a good one. Did you watch The Wolverine?
No.
Man.
That was a good one too. I actually liked that one.
When they went to Japan? Yeah, that one. That was the one. Yeah.
Was it when they went to Japan?
The Wolverine Origin was the first one.
Yes.
The Wolverine was the one where he went to Japan. And
Give me the plot.
he went to Japan. And
That's all you've got.
there was a person that he saved his life in World War II during the bombing.
Yes. Okay,
During
I remember
Oppenheimer.
This. Yes. I
It's a
remember.
crossover with Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's the next movie?
And turning 20 years old, we have The American Wedding.
Great movie. Remember that.
Remember
Love
that?
those.
All those.
Yeah. Uncomfortable movies through and through.
Stifler.
Yeah.
And Spy Kids 3D.
Never saw it.
I have not
saw it with my kids.
Never saw it.
Never seen any of the Spy Kids.
Yeah, me either. I avoided those movies.
My kids saw them.
Yeah.
And they were they're cutesy kids movies.
Yeah.
It's
We
not-
watched them when they came on TV. Like the kids
Yeah.
watched them when they came on
Yeah.
TV. I avoided having to see them. I just had no
Right.
interest.
They're on the
it's not
Sharknado
something that I'm
pile.
like, oh my god, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
It was just like, it's a cute kid movie.
It's just a kid movie.
Well,
Yeah. I heard
yeah.
it was pretty funny though. Like,
I mean, it
like
had funny stuff in
yeah.
it, but it's definitely a kid's
Yeah.
movie.
I gotcha.
I
right.
forgot what one of those kids he's married to, that singer.
Megan
yeah.
Trainor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Those are your movies that are turning 10 and 20 years old today. All right, guys. Let's move on to more TV talk. We saw me and Joy. We watched what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Ted
5.
Lasso.
Yeah, we watched Ted Lasso. Babe, you want to start us off? What did you think about season 2? Tabs, you haven't started Ted Lasso yet,
I
right?
haven't yet, but I am going to watch it. I just haven't started it yet.
Oh my God! Talk about Ted Lasso. What did you like about, or what did you think about season?
I love
season
the
2.
progression of everybody.
But by
except for
we
one dude
might talk a
who's a
little
douche.
spoilers because it's
That's okay.
so old.
Yeah, it's
but
okay.
without trust me, without context, you're not gonna.
Yeah,
remember.
I'm
You're
not
not
gonna
gonna remember
yeah,
what
it's
we're
fine.
talking about.
Totally
All
okay.
right. Sorry, baby. What was that?
I said I love the progression of everybody
Yeah.
except for douchebag Nate.
Nate, bitch ass, bitch ass Nate.
Punk ass Nate.
If I say bitch ass Nate too much, then she's gonna remember. So I'm gonna stop saying bitch ass Nate.
But everybody else, I love seeing them growing and adapting, and it's fun. It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Roy.
Is that British actor, the chick that's in the front?
Oh yeah, I purposely
They're all
put that.
British.
I purposely put that level
there
7.
Except for Ted.
Ted.
And
But
the
she's like the
coach.
famous blonde chick who always does Eurovision. Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
her?
I have no idea.
Probably.
Oh.
Yeah, I purposely put that picture of her and Sam when she was in her bra. Because
Yeah,
she was,
what was the
I knew she was a level 7. The first episode. Level 7 is a white woman who definitely dates outside of her race. I knew she was a level 7 from the episode 1, or maybe I just wanted her to be that. And
But
then
she
by
is.
season 2, it all came out. I'm like, yeah,
If it's who I think it is, which I think somebody is her name Hannah
that might be. I think that's her real name. Yeah,
Hannah Waddington.
she's in the show. She's the
think
owner of the
so.
soccer team.
Okay. So she's super famous in Europe,
famous
like
singer,
super
Fagan.
famous. Yeah. But she hosts Eurovision. I do know that about her, but she's also like comedically driven.
Oh, she's very funny.
Yeah. And so like when she does like shows and stuff that I've seen in Europe, that she's always very funny and very driven comedically. And I've enjoyed her.
There
in that.
she goes.
Yeah.
There.
I've enjoyed her in that aspect.
She got her groove back on that scene right there with that young man. With that young man right there.
She is a stunning woman. She's stunning.
And
Joy won't let me put her on my list.
I've loved seeing Roy grow.
Yeah.
He is the grumpiest, angry person.
The fact that he can forgive you with a 4-letter word is amazing.
He's learning and growing. So then
his growth has been great.
he does something, and then
this character
it
can
clicks
look
in his head that he finally it makes sense, and he's like,
his use of the F word is brilliant. Imagine a character, Tabs. Imagine a character that you've wronged, or a person in their life that you've wronged, and you're asking for their forgiveness, and you realize that you've been forgiven all because he shouts, "Fuck!" Like, this dude is awesome. You're right. I love Roy. I love the progression of the whole thing. Like, this show has been marketed on its positivity and its message of like that he's such an uplifting type of a person. Season 2 goes a little dark. Ted is more in his personal life. Ted is going through some issues. The owner of the team is getting her groove back. Roy Kent is saying the F word to show forgiveness of people that wronged him. And his relationship is rocky, even though his relationship with and speaking of that, what was that actress' name again?
Hannah Waddington.
Her character and the character that she's dating. It seems to be a thing with the characters named Sam and Rebecca. Her characters are named Sam, and his character name is Sam, and her character name is Rebecca.
Well, Ted points that out.
That there has been multiple Sam and Rebeccas throughout the years, and in Cheers there was a Sam and Rebecca. So the Sam and Rebecca seems to be a thing, and it was funny how they pointed that out.
Okay.
I thought about you because this doesn't have anything to do with like the plot of the story. It was just a funny side note. Roy frequently takes care of his niece. She's a little.
The guy who screams "fuck."
I don't know how old she is. Maybe 7.
Yeah,
or so.
probably so. 5,
and
6,
he gets called into her school because she's in trouble.
Because she's got a potty mouth.
Well, potty mouth was the first thing, but the second thing was for drawing. And he's like, "What in the world is she drawing?" And it's a stack. And all the pictures are just boobs. Just boobs. And he's like, I mean, they're really nice.
Nice boobs.
She drew really nice ones. I have to give her that.
Yes.
It's
a lot of boobs.
He looks at the pictures and he goes, "Nice.
Nice. Some good boobs. All right. I get behind it.
I'm not gonna shut down her potential there. Those are nice boobs.
That's so good. I love it. All right. I need to catch up then. I gotta watch it for sure.
This is a must-watch show, and I know that I get accused of bringing up the John Campea show a lot on this, but it was a conversation on his channel with his co-host Chris Carr, and they were talking about, this was before I started watching Ted Lasso, and they were talking about a character who was, I don't give a fuck what his history is and what his backstory is. He's an asshole. He's unforgivable. He's unredeemable. And I assumed they've got to be talking about the former owner of the team, the ex-husband, that dude, the guy named Rupert. He's got to be him. And then me and Joy had a debate, like maybe they're talking about this other character, and to a point where I had to direct message one of the members of the John Campea show, Chris Carr herself, and I said, "Look, dude, who are you talking about? Because it's either this character or this other character." And she replied to me. And the reason why I'm being vague is because I don't want you to know.
Oh, damn. Now I'm dying to know.
Gotta watch. There is a character who all the fans of this show have now unanimously deemed unredeemable.
Okay.
And on season 1, you could see.
Season 1, you were like, "Oh, I bet it's."
You could see the turn. It was almost like Game of Thrones, where Khaleesi was like where people were like, oh no, she's gonna win the Game of Thrones and be a great leader. I'm like, no, she's turning.
I still had hope for her.
People had hope, yeah. And there is a character just like that in Ted Lasso where you're like, I feel for you, and I understand, and I love you.
But you see the turning
see
point.
Something. He makes it very blatantly obvious. You can see it happening, but until season 2 began, until season 2 ended. Throughout season 2, I was like, no, he's still redeemable. I still feel him. I still understand him. But by the last episode of season 2, fuck that guy. Yeah. I said before, when season 2 started, I was like, there's a line that he can cross. He hasn't crossed it yet. By the end of the season, he crossed it.
Okay.
Fuck that guy. Okay. I love him.
I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna watch this, and we're gonna wait, and we're gonna see, and I'm gonna hold you to that. Fuck that guy.
There's
all right.
There's two characters that you're gonna think, oh, is this who Chris was talking about?
I don't know that Ted. We still have to see season 3.
Ted's such a good guy. He'll still try. He'll still try to reach him.
Opportunities for all the different situations that people give him, like the go ahead. Like, dude, you have totally got the right to dump this dude. Yeah. Or for just any of his situations that come up. Like, oh, you have every right to be angry or do
bitter
this or do that. He's always like, no.
There's always hope.
It's going to work out.
With Ted, with his character, there's always hope. Where normal people like me, like you, like Joy would be like, fuck that guy.
Well, I think you can see it in the picture. That's his mantra there, believe.
Believe.
That's what he wrote it and put it above the door. Believe.
Oh my God, that scene right there is pissing me off right now.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you.
We got to move forward.
All right.
Move forward.
But overall, it was a great season. I cannot wait for this week for us to finish off season 3. Mm-hmm. I think so far 3 seasons. If you don't have Apple TV Plus, please get it. It was brought up earlier today on the John Campea show.
Oh my God! One more name drop, and I'm cutting you off.
Has Apple TV Plus surpassed HBO with the quality with their shows? I said before John agreed with me, no. Apple TV Plus has not surpassed HBO because that's a deep bench. Even going back to Sopranos.
Stuff.
Apple
TV's new.
They're new,
and
but
if they keep doing it,
their quality is up there. Apple TV Plus's quality is up there. They're not trying to hit you like Netflix with quantity. They're hitting you with quality, but they're not going to surpass HBO until a little bit later. Moving on to the next topic. Babe, what's the next topic of the week? Of the day?
Tab and I went to see Haunted Mansion.
Well, what? Yeah.
And what did you think about the movie?
I thought it was fabulous. I had a great time.
The floor is yours. What you guys think?
I loved it. I truly, my anxiety was up the entire time.
Oh my God, it's Disney.
I know. We know that I'm a big weenie when it comes to scary things, but it was scary to me. There was like legitimate like jump outs and like that where they build the music and they build the tension. Like I'm sitting there like tense going, okay, but then you would laugh. So it would put you in this laughter comedic sense. And then they would bring the terror back. And I was like, God damn it, I'm on a roller coaster. and it was intense. I liked it. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was funny. I thought it was so much better than
way better than
the Eddie Murphy movie. That's
funny how many people are saying that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the comedic part of it.
Bash on Eddie.
No, it's not. Like it's not his fault.
It's not like he did bad acting.
No,
it's just that movie.
It wasn't done as well, I think, as this one. That one hit a cheeseball sense that I think was extreme. Whereas this one had just enough cheese, but just enough legitimacy. It seemed like a genuine attempt at kind of scaring you as well. Mm-hmm. Like there was a genuine attempt, and then it had grief. It hit some realistic points that made you really think about things, and it had some twists and turns to it that I thought I actually didn't see. I didn't see some of the twists coming, and so I was like, oh, okay. I did not see that. I didn't catch on to that because I was worried about everything else that it's presenting to you. And so I truly enjoyed them. I really enjoyed it, to the point where I'm like, okay, which one of my kids can see this?
Yeah.
We're sitting here debating, is my 8-year-old too young to see this? She might still get scared, but the 13-year-old I can take for sure. And so, but I liked it. I liked the character development. I love the actors that are in this movie.
That little boy, Chase June is his name. He was phenomenal.
So good. Like, so good. He played that character that they were creating for him, that kind of awkward, smart, capable kid, but who's just kind of sitting on the outside, like, really well.
And he, I mean, I don't know his age, but he also did the comedic timing very well.
Oh, yes. It really was good. I really enjoyed it. Like, really enjoyed it. I loved the effects. I thought the effects were great. Even down to, like, the ghost concepts and, like, how
Jared Leto.
and they, like, when they created, like, sort of, you know, what's her name? I just lost her name. That's in the...
Rosario Dawson?
No. Famous
Tiffany
actress. Famous actress. She's in The Ball.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Freaking A.
Oscar winner.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Motherfucking Curtis.
I know. I could not get her name out.
That's her government name. Man.
Even like her effects with, you know, her being in the crystal ball thing. And like, I even enjoyed that aspect. It felt nostalgic a bit to kind of see her in that.
There she goes.
Yeah. And exactly. And then to see her in her, you know, full form and like how they presented the historical aspects. Plus, I love New Orleans. So it made me a little nostalgic to go visit New Orleans. No lie. Like, I genuinely love visiting New Orleans.
See, I'll say, when I first saw Jamie Lee Curtis in The Ball, I thought, her face looks funny. I don't know what we're doing with this. It's just weird. And then later when you see her, she looks very normal.
Yeah.
So I was like, so clearly we are doing this on purpose.
Yes.
Just from the flag, I like the flag. Clearly, it's very obvious that we can tell the whole ball.
That scene right there. That one right there. Yeah. I laughed out loud.
The little candle blowing
itself
out.
I laughed physically out loud.
You can very obviously tell the way her face looks is specifically related to the
for that. Yes. Exactly. And like there's little jokes like it's pretty spacious in there, you know, like things like that. And the stupid candle where it's blowing out its own flame and it freaking cracks me up. like turn it off.
When Rosario Dawson and the little boy are trying to show him and nothing's happening.
Yes,
and
hilarious.
He's just looking at him like, are y'all just stupid?
Y'all crazy.
What's going on here? Because like, this is pretty ridiculous.
Jumping across the freaking like hallway thing. I was like, I'm dying right now. Like legit dying of embarrassment for them. And he was brilliant. Like, what is his name?
Lakeith Stanfield.
Is that the main guy? Yeah. He was brilliant. I thought he played that character so well. I don't know him very well, so
he was in Get Out. He's been in a lot of things, but he was that. If you remember the movie Get Out, he was the dude that when the camera flashed in his face, he snapped out of it, and he's like, he was in the sunken place. He was one of the black guys that was. But he's been in a lot of things. But yeah, he's one of those actors where it's like I know he's that guy from that thing.
He had to show a lot of range in this.
A lot of range.
He had a lot of grief.
Yes.
And humor and scared.
I was convinced that I wanted to see this movie from the trailer when it was like, go into this haunted mansion. He was like, I ain't doing that shit. And like, we'll pay you this amount of money. He's like, all right, what's the address? I was like, okay, I want to see this shit. I was like, that was funny.
It was really well done in my opinion. And like I had someone ask, is it like The Ride? There were parts of the movie that to me reminded me of The Ride. Like that hallway picture, the way that the hallways changed. When you're in the ride, it does that. It does this weird changing of.
Have you been to Disney World?
Yeah, I've been to Disney World where I've ridden the ride.
Must be nice.
I know.
All that privilege.
I had to pay for that shit, and it was not cheap. Okay.
I had to pay for that privilege.
No, I mean, I'm gonna say somebody like my Natalie, who's a horror fan, she's not going to find it scary.
She's not going to find it scary. I find it scary.
I'm not saying she wouldn't be entertained and think it's funny, but she's not going to be like, yeah, that was scary.
It scared me.
So if you're like a horror aficionado.
It scared you, but you're a horror like punk. You're like, you're a little wuss.
I am,
You're a
but it scared
wuss.
the shit out of me. Still, when I tell you, like, my heart rate was elevated the entire time. It was like a roller coaster to me. Like, literally, I was laughing, then I was terrified. Then I was laughing, then I was terrified. I was like, we can't pick one emotion. I just need one emotion. Like, and then you were sad, and then you were laughing, and then you were terrified again. I was like, I can't. It's too many range. It's
And
too
of
much
course,
range.
You know, Tiffany Haddish is
Yeah.
she's funny.
Yeah. She
Owen-
was hilarious.
Owen Wilson is funny.
Oh God, Owen Wilson was in my mind his like brilliant self in the way that he delivers his comedic stuff. Yes, yes. I laughed again. I was so loud.
They're gonna be deader.
They're gonna be deader. I was like, that's like something I would say. Like I feel like
They already
it's
dead. They gonna be deader.
I asked that one. Y'all aren't even scary. Okay, yeah, you are.
You already
Could you
turns
turn
around.
please?
That was in the trailer. Yeah.
Like,
Turns
I was
around.
like, okay.
Oh, you know what? Off topic. I know because I know you're the queen of les business. And all that stuff. I meant to ask you this earlier today. Have you ever been in a situation where you were attracted to and pursued a woman who was in a relationship with a man?
Absolutely not.
Then why the fuck are you taking my wife on a date? I drew your ass in there on purpose.
Okay.
She takes my wife to see this movie.
I did.
And calls it a date.
I did. Why is a date exclusive for intimacy in a relationship? I think I take my friends on dates all the time.
I was out with my other friend from Ohio last week.
Date is not strictly for relationship intimacy. It can be friendship intimacy. It's still a date. We are going to do something together to enjoy it and talk about it and experience it.
You mean all the boning?
First of all, there was no boning. You could.
This one, look, Joy. My penis is the only star in your movie.
Whatever.
The Ted Lasso. There was
I was waiting all night to get you trapped in that
not
conversation.
part of the plot. It was just funny. One
Talk
of
to
the
the mic.
characters, like kind of a model, and
Microphone.
she did a photo shoot, and someone sees her and it's like, "Oh my gosh, I love your work." She's like, "Oh, thank you." No, I love your work. And she's like, "Thanks." Really, really.
Oh yeah, there was a les business moment in Ted Lasso.
She just keeps holding her hand like.
I
Yeah.
loved it.
And everybody's like.
But you can tell.
We did get hot and sweaty. I will have to tell you that part.
Oh
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
It was hot and sweaty.
I'm done with this. I'm moving on. Guys, go check out I will watch the Haunted Mansion maybe tomorrow while you're at work in the afternoon. Maybe I'll go check out. You recommend it, right?
I do
yeah.
absolutely recommend it. I think it's great.
Oh, what about you, Joy?
I would totally recommend it.
Yeah. And both of y'all already gave it y'all's ratings. I think if I remember correctly, it was
A+.
y'all average came to an A.
Yeah, it was
I
an A+.
think.
And go see Barbie because I promise you it's not what you think.
I need to see Barbie too. I haven't seen it.
Well, real quick, one of the things about Barbie I want to bring up was, what was it? Barbie has crossed over $500 million, $500 million
Yeah.
in the box
I
office.
think it's
What do
gonna make
you think about that? What do you think
I'm
about that?
excited.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
It's only been a week.
That's amazing.
I mean, I pretty much guarantees they're going to make another one.
It is on the sequel and it is on the $1 billion path. We're trying not to talk spoilers about Barbie
'cause I haven't seen it yet.
because Tabatha hasn't seen it, but Barbie is on the $1 billion path.
Hell yeah, man.
And one of the things that we pointed out while they were at Haunted Mansion, and when I saw Barbie last week when I was on my Oppenheimer, my Barbenheimer double feature, I was one of the cool kids who Barbenheimered. The women at the AMC bar, oh yeah, the cliques, the Pink Mafia, they were there. They were.
Hat,
Oh yeah, they were there.
The whole shebang.
Oh
Pink-
yeah.
Pink everywhere.
Unless you give me a pink sweatsuit, I'm not dressing up. I go to the movies in sweats. I go comfortable.
I had
Pink
jeans,
sweats,
but
baby.
I did have on a pink shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
me
my
and
nails were pink and my glasses.
Yeah,
were
you've
pink.
got Barbie going on for everything else, but I gotta have comfort over style when it comes to going to the movies.
yeah.
There were
So
some that just had it was casual, but they had shirts that said Barbie. Like just
Yeah.
a t-shirt
Yeah.
that said Barbie on the front.
Yeah, I was.
But yeah, they were. Yeah.
I was. Yeah.
Chris got some flack online. Why would you go see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, grow up.
I dyed my
You're a
pube.
dude,
I
man.
dyed
Why
my
would you
pubes
go?
pink.
Seriously, that's like how they're. Oh my God, grow up. If you are a man who is so insecure that you can't go see the movie Barbie because that's for chicks. No chick is gonna want to be with you. Grow the fuck up.
Didn't we coin that phrase instead of the Barbie army, the Barmy?
The Barmy, yeah.
The Barmy.
The Barmy. Get a hold of your manhood, man. Grow some hair on your balls, on your chest,
I
maybe.
promise you, even it has a message even for the dudes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's
But you know,
I'm not gonna spoil it, but there was a dude moment that you would appreciate. Yeah. No spoilers. All right, moving on before George spoils it. All right,
we gotta wrap it up.
All right, let's real quick. Let's give some a Reddit real quick, babe. What is the Reddit story of the day?
Posted by Glass Marzipan 5856, asking, "Am I the asshole for telling my sister the world doesn't revolve around her and her son? I, female 24, am getting married to my fiance, male 26, in October of this year. We got engaged in January and couldn't be more excited. It's a very small wedding and we're only inviting close family and friends. Problem is with my sister Lisa, female 30. Lisa has a 2-year-old son with her husband. I don't have a super affectionate relationship with Lisa for multiple reasons that I can't fit into this post. We sent out the wedding invites last month. Our wedding ceremony starts at 1:30, and we asked our guests to please arrive at the venue by 1. The venue is in our hometown, so it's close by to the majority of the people in our guest list, including Lisa. Lisa told me that time wouldn't work because of her 2-year-old's nap schedule. She said he takes a nap at 12, and she's not forcing him to be awake so she can get him ready for the event, or he will be a terror. I don't have kids, but I thought this is a silly reason. I asked Lisa if she could find a babysitter, and she said she can't because everyone she trusts will be at the wedding. I suggested that they at least attend the reception, but she said she won't if she can't be at the wedding. She told me she won't attend the wedding unless we change the time, and I told her we can't do that. Lisa said she's not going then. I was quite hurt by this. I wasn't sure how to react in the moment, so I just abruptly ended the conversation with an excuse. A few days later, Lisa asked me if I thought about her suggestion, and I reminded her there's no way we can change the time. She told me she hopes I'm happy then that they aren't attending, and said that everyone is going to ask why she's not there, and it's all because I can't accommodate my nephew. I snapped at her and told her the world doesn't revolve around her and her son, and she called me a bridezilla and has me blocked. My mom is pestering me to make amends with Lisa, but I just don't think I'm in the wrong. You're not in the wrong.
Oh my God, I'm so already angry and livid about this.
What you got? What's your
For someone who has 3 kids and is a mom, it is absolutely absurd that this mother is asking.
Like,
this is not
ridiculous.
even a for me. This is across the fucking board. Absurd for you to ask someone for their wedding to accommodate your toddler schedule.
It's my
fucking
day.
Grow up.
It's my day.
Grow the fuck up. This 30-year-old woman is insane. She's absolutely she is so up her own ass. Her head is so far up there that all she can see is her problems and her toddler.
Like, you've got time to find an appropriate babysitter.
Yes.
And
if you can't,
That's not the point.
what's the point then? What's the fucking point?
Whatever makes me look good.
Oh, and then the whole comment of, well, everyone's going to be asking why we're not there. And you know what I'm going to tell them? I'm going to tell them that your selfish ass couldn't adjust your toddler's schedule for an hour. I've had kids and adjusted their freaking naps multiple times. And guess what? They survive.
They'll be totally fine.
Oh my God, this makes me so angry that someone is this entitled that they think that someone else's day, someone else's wedding should revolve around their life.
In fact, that she even gave her options like, well, then you don't have to come to the wedding. Come
Come to the reception.
Well, if I can't do all of it, I'm not
That is
coming.
such a reasonable response. And like, hey, I get it if you can't come to the wedding, if you need to be there for your kid, fine. Maybe come to the reception. Bring the kid to the reception. Enjoy the party aspect. You don't have to sit through the stupid ceremony.
To me, it's kind of like, you know, you have totally, as if it was me, I'd be like, Tell my husband, like, hey, I'm going to
For
go to
me.
the wedding while you get him ready.
Perfect.
And then as soon as the wedding's over, I'll come get you guys and we'll go to reception all together.
That's so perfect. That's a perfect solution.
Like, get over yourself.
But bitch face over here,
No. Change everything.
literally, I was waiting for this to be something more like, okay, well, maybe you were a bit of an asshole. But no, you're not an asshole at all. You are not the asshole. If anything, you are too accommodating. You need to set her straight.
Yeah, no.
You need to go, you're a fucking idiot that thinks
Yeah.
that everybody else should revolve around you. The world does not revolve around you. Get your shit straight.
I love that little threat. Everybody's gonna know that you didn't accommodate me. So
what? I'm going to tell him that you're an
Oh,
asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Fuck them. So Tabitha's on
Like,
the fuck them kids
I'll create a
path.
new one. I'm not a bridezilla. You're a sisterzilla or something.
Yes.
I don't know.
That to me seems like
For
a
me-
sister
for me.
who has gotten her way
So
in her
much.
family so much that
Some
she
of
feels
y'all
so
are
entitled.
about to get sued.
Yeah. Somebody needs to get sued because I'm about to throw down. I hope this woman, if anything, I hope this woman sees this. I hope this 30-year-old female with the freaking 2-year-old sees this. You are an asshole who does not deserve to have a child that you are so up their ass of. Your kid can change their schedule for one day. One day that you're supposed to put your sister first for. That you are so selfish that you can't make that happen. Horrible human.
I know it's your day, but my kid's nap time is so important. Fuck
Special.
those.
This is also a person
The
who
building blocks of life.
whose kid would probably bully someone and they would blame the other kid and not theirs. Their poor precious child does no wrong.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
going to be this parent. People like this should not be parents.
I hope you're going to have an appropriate meal for my son because, he only eats specific things.
Ugh.
My son only requires the best fat-free water and
Wheatgrass and
and
quinoa,
air.
And that's all.
Yeah. Oh my
You know
God.
what's sad? And here, let me have some compassion for the 30-year-old. I'll find some compassion. Maybe all she has in her life is her child. Maybe that's the only happiness she has.
That's a problem. These
No, I'm gonna
these
find
son
compassion.
husbands, you don't need to be turning
No.
your
I'm
child into your
I'm going to
husband.
find compassion for that. Maybe she has a shitty husband. Maybe she has a shitty life, and all the happiness she has was in her child. Now, is that going to be a healthy child who grows into a good human adult?
No,
Probably
because you're
not.
turning him
because
into
they're
a
gonna
son
have-
husband.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to have this concept. She's also probably the mother who thinks that every female that her son is with, or male, depending on his choice, is the worst person in the world and can never live up to her expectations, which I
For
freaking
me-
hate. You should want your kids to grow up, have healthy and happy relationships, and create things that are going to bring happiness to them, not consistently bring negativity to their life by thinking everyone they're with is horrible.
You can miss one nap time for sir. You can miss.
And if your husband's that much of a douche, then leave the kid home with him. And just have a
Come to the wedding and have a good time.
That's
Stop!
right.
Stop trying to add to the story. Yes, of course, leave it to Les business to try to make it a guy's fault. This husband probably is the best man in the world. It's
First
just
of all,
it's the
I didn't
woman's
start
fault.
with the husband being the fault, so you're creating that
you-
narrative.
you're-
I started with that this child may be her only happiness. It could be that she has a horrible husband. It could be that she's unhappy with the choices she's made in her life
Or
by having
she
a
could
kid.
have the best husband in the world, and
Maybe
she's just
maybe
trash.
she's
I did not
ultimately
say
upset that she didn't get a wedding. I don't know.
Maybe she's jealous.
Typical trying to make it the man's fault.
Oh
her
my God.
husband, her
Get
husband
off.
also could be awesome, and she's just trash.
Well, then hopefully he'll tell her
We've
to
already
get over
said
herself.
that. First of all, we've said she's trash 400 different ways. The way about this
Some
this
of
thought
y'all are
process
about to get
was to
sued.
create compassion. The creating compassion part does create other negative narratives. I've already said she's a piece of shit.
She's a piece
Okay,
of shit.
so I'm creating compassion. Creating compassion means other people have to be pieces of shit that create the negativity within her life. So
But
get both right.
Her husband is awesome.
Her
Oh my God.
sister is Delulu.
All right. Well, we've all she's the asshole. She's the sister. The sister.
The 30-year-old sister's an
The
asshole.
30-year-old sister's the asshole.
With
We've
a
all-
kid.
I agree. What about you, Joey? What do you think? Who's the asshole?
Oh,
then?
the sister is the asshole. For
Yeah.
Sure.
Get a life, bitch.
Outside of your kid.
What was that? There's the door. There's the door, bitch. So, all right, that we've deemed she's the asshole. Let us know what you guys think, and let's move on. What is the next topic?
We got your mail.
Yeah, let's end this.
That's it.
Let's members chat is next. I've been
It says
It says we got your mail.
yeah, I know what that says. Members chat is next, and Peter, if you're listening, you're not. I saw you in the live chat, but you're not. But I didn't see you in the. I don't see you in the Zoom meeting.
Now
But
it's late.
Yeah, and we're past time.
I mean, dude, I've had the Zoom up the whole time, and you weren't there with when we were supposed to do
He's
this.
been in the chats.
Yeah, you've been in the chat, but you were supposed to accept you were supposed to join the link that I sent you, but you did. I've been waiting. I don't see you there. So okay. So I'm gonna have to move on to the live chat portion of the show. So but if I see you in the Zoom, I'll come back to you. All right. So let's move on to. Let me go back to it. There we go. So let's go on to the last portion of the show for the live chat. Okay. So
He said he's coming right now.
All right. Well, while you're coming right now, let's talk about what you guys have been talking about during the show. Michael Birchfield says Aldean should have included the Tiki tortures and Capitol Stormers.
Damn straight.
Yeah. You remember that? One of those guys screamed, "Jews will not replace us." Yeah, those guys. Yeah, you don't want to talk about that because guys like that when they pretend, "Oh, I don't see race and I don't see color and I don't know what you're talking about." When I showed that footage of that guy being lynched, was that racist? Oh my God. Yeah, you always pretend like you don't know what's going on. But why do you? I was about to bring this up earlier, but I didn't. I forgot to bring it up. But
we're hitting a tight hour 30.
There was a guy when Barack Obama was running for president. There was a guy who was passing out coupons that had all the stereotypes in the world on it. That chicken and watermelon and all the black stereotypes. And he was all like, "I don't know what you're talking about. What's that?" But okay, so you're claiming that you don't know about any of these racist things. But how did you magically hit all the stereotypes? Whatever. All right, let's then going backwards. All right, members chat. Let's see. Remember, we didn't have a chance to test it out. But for our members chat, we have our ability for our members to talk live, and I think we got Peter Lang. Peter, can you hear us? Let me see if he's. Let me pull it up. There we go.
Peter. What a do?
I accept. You said okay. It says that I'm talking. I don't know if you can hear me. I'll keep it open just in case, but I'll move on to the next thing. While we're waiting for Peter. Let's see. Sometimes. What was this? Have I got this right? Can you guys see that?
There you go. White.
Peter Lane says sometimes some people.
Kim, I know what song you're talking about with Eminem, but I'm looking for something within their genre to use as a comparative.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to.
But yes, that's a great example of Eminem within a rap genre doing a controversial song. Kim, it was a very controversial song when it came out. Yeah.
Let me pull that up again. What was that about?
It's about his eggs.
It's about his eggs.
Sometimes some things are really, really, really bad ideas. I feel like this is one of them. Also, if you need a white dude with a controversial song, Eminem has a song called Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you're right. I remember that.
But you got to realize Eminem is not someone that the white demographic tends to respect that in the same genre of country music. So I'm looking for something that they are comparatively on the even scale,
like Johnny
without
Cash.
them trying to bring in, like Johnny Cash had a lot of controversial songs actually for his time period when you start looking at it historically. Yes. So I'm looking for something that they've deemed okay, that historically is controversial for what it is within their genre, so that we can have an oranges to oranges conversation. So that's really what and I would have to do some research, which I don't have to make that happen, but I don't want to give this country star Aldean the time of day. So I'll give Tyler my time of day.
Right.
Let me see. Peter, are you there? I see you in the chat, but can you hear me? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not live. Microphone, speaker. Yeah, you should be able to hear me.
I hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
But
Can't hear Peter.
I
But
can't
we can
hear
hear
him,
Chris.
Hold on. How about now?
I can hear you.
Hey!
Oh,
that
there. Okay,
voice.
I fixed it. Okay. So Peter, any of the topics that we talked about, guys, remember we were. This is a situation. If you are a channel member, we will have you live on the show. It was my fault. The reason why you couldn't hear him earlier. It was I didn't have
Testing
him on.
1, 2, 3.
One, two, three.
We got you now. But
Okay.
guys, if you are a channel member, we will patch you in live on all the topics that we talked about. Doja Cat, Jason Aldean, the Haunted Mansion. I don't care. Peter, what do you got?
Okay. Wow, you're going to just put a brother on the spot.
Yeah,
It's like-
that's how he works.
all right. Well, let's start with that whole controversial song thing. Just sometimes, like I said, you see a really, really, really bad idea happening,
Yeah.
and you cannot tell me everybody in the room didn't look at that dude and go, you know,
Do you really
you
want to do that?
probably shouldn't do that.
I agree, man.
Trust, like, it had to go through like 15, 20 people. There's no natural way. It's like, oh, I didn't know what I was doing. Oh, it was just a complete accident. Especially when, like everyone else did, you go back and look at the dude's history. Clearly,
Yeah. Well, he
So
already
then
had
they just-
the PR drop him, man. Like, he's already had so much controversy that there's certain companies that don't want to work with him. So why would his people push for him to put this song out and him claim that he had no control over it if he didn't have interest in pushing this song out?
Right.
and there's going to be, oh, well, other songs are, yeah, okay, look. Okay, you can have, there's a lot of other songs with like sexual lyrics and other things that people might disagree with. Yes, but that's not racism.
Yeah.
That's a completely different thing. It's like, okay, so wow, yeah, that might not be the song for you, but that's not racism. That's just a song about sex. There's tons of those. You can't just go and there's no Black Lives Matter footage in there with people just. It's not the same thing.
This was your topic. What do you have to say about it on it?
They're dropping that in there for the excuse. That's what that is. They're just, I need something to excuse my behavior. Let me just reach out for something.
Right.
I think he totally knew what he was doing, and
100%.
he knows his demographic of fans, and he knew they would eat it up.
He's using the current climate as an advocate for his music.
Exactly.
Absolutely. It's a shitty move.
It's like when you see just pearly things say stuff.
Oh, don't get me started on just pearly
It's
on
stuff
just
that
single things.
They know.
Oh, okay.
They know it's going to stir the pot,
Yeah.
and it's going to get them views, clicks, likes.
Yeah.
So he got exactly what he was looking for.
Oh yeah.
While I'm here, let me just go ahead and thank Tabatha for the whole "Am I Asshole" thing, because everything I was going to type,
Yeah.
she said. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Because
yeah.
asshole.
Oh
all
yeah,
the way.
it's been a long time coming. Peter Lang. I remember the last time we tried to get Peter Lang on the channel because he's a channel member. And I appreciate you, bro, for supporting the
Hell
channel
yeah.
at that level. And I mean, last time he was like, no. I want to wait until because when the full crew is there, like they're in the rundown on the regular show. Like he's like, no, I want to wait till all three of you guys are there because I want to talk. So Peter was like, he wanted to wait till you were here, till we were all here, and whatnot. He says because he's a fan of the show, especially. I think it's safe to say that you're a fan of the Rundown After Dark more than you are a fan of just the regular Rundown, right?
Well, usually, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like,
yeah, man.
He's
Hell
like,
yeah.
he's like, I want to yell at Chris, Joy, and Tabatha.
Yeah, man.
The other thing is,
What about any of the other topics that we talked about, like Doja Cat? What do you think about that whole situation where she lashed out at her fans?
what that woman is doing is getting attention. It's just It doesn't need to be negative attention. It doesn't need to be. I just want to be in the spotlight because clearly she came up with that.
Right.
And then when they start doing that, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna yell at them because I'm gonna yell at them. We're gonna be in the news.
Right.
Tabatha was like, why are we still talking about this? I'm like, we're talking about it because it's trending because she knows what she's doing.
I agree. And you just give her what she wants. If she's using certain acts as attention, just do what she says so that those acts have the consequences to them.
What about the fact that she was the one who came up with the fandom term kittens, and now she's lashing out at her kitten? What do you think about that?
I have not heard any of this music, but let me tell you exactly what happened. She wanted to get the notoriety that Taylor Swift and all of them were getting, but she doesn't have the same amount of, talent and skill and whatnot that Taylor Swift and all of them have. But
I disagree with you, Peter, on that note, because Doja Cat is very popular in the LGBTQ community, very known, very well-versed.
Well, yeah, whether she's more or less talented than Taylor or Beehive or the Beyonce and all that, that's all subjective. That's all subjective. But
just a moment.
But
One second.
But I still find it funny that besides like the Beehive and the Swifties, she was the only one that was able to tell her fandom.
Now she's still crazy and ridiculous. But she's not any less talented with her songs or any of that stuff.
Here's what I'm saying. I was guessing. I told you I haven't heard the music.
Yeah.
That was a guess.
I will say this, Peter. You've probably heard more of her music than you realize. She has a ton of mainstream songs. Her name is not necessarily associated with the songs that are popular.
See, the thing with me and music is I have old ears. All of my music is from like the 50s and the 60s.
Yeah.
Like I'm listening to like Denise Williams, Skeeter Davis, and a bunch of people from before I was born.
Yeah.
Peter's the kind of guy who puts the record on as like Bugle Boy a Company B.
Because here's the thing, I just now discovered Lizzo.
Okay.
That's like 2 days ago.
You talking to 3 people that are from Houston. What?
Lizzo
is a treasure.
We love
Lizzo and Beyonce. We from H-Town. This is an H-Town based show. You bet not disrespect Lizzo.
And the thing is, normally I don't even like music like that. I'm just listening to this. I'm going, you know what? I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
She is.
So that was
she can play that.
Yeah,
flute.
she can blow a flute.
I'm a band geek, so
they're like right just like I'm a late adopter. Like Game of Thrones was 4 or 5 seasons in before I started watching it. And I'm sorry. I just you remember Brienne, right?
Brienne.
Brienne. That and she had from Game of Thrones. She had the relationship with Jaime, and they were messing with her. My thing is what the writers did to her.
I bet. What's the name that loves the Game of Thrones? What's the name?
Hold on,
Nixon.
I bet Nixon's like Brienne.
I'm drawing a blank.
I'm drawing a blank.
I'm
drawing a blank myself too.
I need to honestly, I need to rewatch Game of Thrones because it's been so long.
Was she one of the Was she one of the Starks?
Oh,
no, Brienne of something.
Brienne.
Oh, yeah, Brienne from Star Wars.
Fuck Star Wars. No, Brienne.
Bitch.
Don't you bitch me. Fuck it. Brienne.
Oh, you remember?
Oh, yes. Especially when the wildling dude, the redhead, and he just like was obsessed with her. I loved that.
It don't matter that you're missing a hand. I can work with it.
All I'm saying is she was my favorite character, and what the writers did to her in the end. And I was like, you know what? I have never wanted to attack people who write a show in my life, but
we still support the writers' strike.
Yes, we still support the writers' strike, and I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but we understand. Yes. We support the writers' strike, but
we get what you're saying.
But Peter Lane, we understand.
We understand. Sorry, yeah, I totally blinked on her, and I love her.
Here's my thing. I write for a living, so I have to support the writers' strike.
Yes.
There you go.
I have no choice. That's my whole Sherlock Holmes says that's how I earn my bread and cheese. So
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I have
okay.
to
So
support the
we
writers.
talked about Doja Cat. We talked about Peter. Do you have anything to add to the don't blank me board? Any like we have the don't Pratt me, don't Russell me. Anything new that
And we have Don't Doja Me now.
don't Doja me? Yeah. Anything that you want to
I
add to
can't
it?
help you. I can't help you with that one. But the whole Russell thing, right? You know who I was thinking of? I started thinking of Juicy Smollett. Remember him?
Oh, Juicy, yeah, Smollett. When he fabricated that he was attacked by
That sounds familiar.
the actor from that TV show. What was that
Empire.
TV show called?
Empire.
Empire. You ever seen that show Empire?
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
Jussie Smollett.
Okay.
And he pretended like he was attacked, and he paid those guys. Yeah, he
Yes,
paid
I
those.
do remember this.
Two
Yeah,
dudes
oh
with
my
numbers
God!
that-
Yeah, you're right. We should create. Yeah, don't juicy me. I'll come up with a don't juicy me. I'll come up with that.
Juicy Me would be better.
Yeah,
Juicy Me.
don't juicy me. Yeah, fake a
Basically fake news.
fake a new yeah for clout. Yeah,
Yeah. Fake
don't
news
yeah.
for clout. Don't Juicy Me is fake news for clout.
yeah don't juicy me.
I like it.
Don't
I like it.
don't juicy me. That's a good one. I
Look,
don't know.
the thing about that woman is I want to know what the story was before I start.
I actually don't want to know. I just want her to get her help. I think she needs help. I think she needs some mental clarity and some wellness and some therapy. And I hope that honestly, with this whole situation coming from it, I just hope she gets help.
Yeah.
That's all I need from it. I honestly don't want to know her story because I don't want to have to go through the mental gymnastics of understanding it, of creating an opinion about it. I just want her to get help and for her family to get the necessary needs from it.
Well, I do, but I don't think that needs to be a whole internet thing.
But it will be. If people keep diving into it and people don't let it go, it will be. And it doesn't need to be. For her to get the appropriate help, we need to let it go, let her get her help, and move on.
Yeah, I think she'll.
That's my problem with the internet because they do hang on to stuff way too long. It really should be. I know she's saying that, and it really should be a thing where we all just go at a certain point. Yeah, okay, that's enough talking about it. And move on to the next thing because.
No, yeah,
the internet does just hang on to things for too long.
Yes.
Now there are a bunch of things that need to come back, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Like that whole Jenny McCarthy thing, but I'm gonna leave that alone for a minute.
Yep, straight up. All right. Hey, I appreciate you, Peter, for that. We finally got this link, this Zoom link fixed. And we got you on board. Guys, if you want to chime in live during the rundown like Peter does, you have to become a member. And we appreciate all our channel members who support us on that level. If you want your voice heard live, we'll send you the Zoom link, and your voice will get heard during the show as we're talking
Become a member,
live.
drop the super chats, support the channel. It's lovely.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Hope to get to talk to you again, Peter.
Peter, let me ask you: do I talk about John Campea too much?
Oh my God! Stop mentioning his name. Ugh.
Okay, let me say this once and for all. Yes.
Oh my God!
I love John Campea, aka Papa Bear.
Just suck his dick already and move on.
I will suck that dick.
Jesus.
Okay, let me tell you something. I support a bunch of YouTubers. Christy Esterly. I'm blanking on her name. Used to be the nostalgia chick. And reading from How to Cook That. I don't bring them up as much as you bring up John Campea. Is all I'm saying.
You know what, Peter? That's not the point.
He just needs to bend over and take it.
Look, John Campea is an American treasure. He's an American treasure from Canada.
We got to get Tabs home.
I know. I
Oh,
got
okay,
all
right.
go. Gotta
All right,
go.
Peter. All right, bro, Peter. We're gonna end the Zoom chat. We gotta
American treasure from Canada.
Look, all right, we gotta end the Zoom chat because Tabitha's got to get home. Peter, I appreciate it. I'm glad that we were able to get the link.
Nice evening.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, Peter. Thanks for calling in. I hope to talk to you soon.
You too. Peace.
Bye.
All right, appreciate you. All right, guys. There we go. There was Peter Lane. That we like I said, guys. If you are a channel member, you will be allowed to chime in live while we are on the show. So become a channel member, and you can call in, and we will scroll through our live channel members, and have you guys talk with us live. All right, let's. We had. I know this is the part of the show where we talk with our the rest of our channel guys, but I know Peter Lane was
It was mostly Peter.
It was mostly Peter.
He
so
talked about
everything that he talked about. All right, guys, that is the show. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining for another episode, a tight 1 hour episode of the rundown.
It's longer than an hour.
Guys, if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me at Chris W. Fagan on all the social medias, Instagram, Threads, all that stuff, and you can reach out to me. Joy, if they want to reach out to you, where can they find you?
TikTok is Viola Fagan, and Instagram is Scrub Hat Some More by Joy.
And Tabatha, the queen of les business, if they want to reach out to you, where can they find you online?
You can get me at TikTok at LazHaveFun012 and at Instagram at Tabatha.Jordan.18.
Outstanding. Guys, appreciate you guys, and thank you again for Peter Lane for talking with us during the live show. We're going to get out of here. Appreciate you, and until next time, have a good one. Peace. Bye-bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time, guys.